Welcome back to TV5 News at 9. It's time now for one of our favorite segments, Education Matters. We're here with Dr. Craig Douglas and live and in person.
Good morning. Great to be here.
It is great to have you. How are you?
I'm well, thanks. How about you?
Yeah, doing okay actually. So I'm super excited that you're here, and back to school season is almost here. So we're talking about that and what to consider during this new spike in COVID cases. I know it's maybe uncharted water. So Dr. Douglas, this is the second school year to begin in a pandemic, and things are constantly changing. So what do you suggest to parents to keep up with all those changes?
So personally, I'm an optimist, and I like to transfer optimism, and so I would say that to parents and the viewing audience. Try to be as optimistic and as positive as possible, but most of all, stay informed, stay tuned. We've seen the numbers over the last 2 weeks really spike and vary, and we've seen many accommodations as a result. And so for K-12 schools about to open, whether public or private, I would encourage parents to stay engaged with the teachers and the principals and the school leaders. If it's a school board, maybe attend a school board meeting or two, just to stay informed, because I really believe in my heart of hearts, everyone's trying their best to provide the safest and best education for all the students. And there seems to be a real resolve to bring schools back in person as safely as possible. So that's the main theme for parents, I believe. And second, if there are conflicts that parents perhaps have with teachers or whatever, try and do those out of the ear of the child. Sometimes when our kids see us in conflict, they may feel obligated to take sides or be troubled by it or worried. And I really commend TV5 for all the informational pieces you've done, because I think that kind of helps provide a balance, an even keel, and to realize that the challenges we're facing are not unique, that really schools all across our land are facing similar challenges.
Absolutely, and I know teachers are part of that as well. They've had to do a lot of adapting during this time, so any suggestions for them as they prepare for this new school year?
Yeah, if there's any good has come out of this pandemic, I think it's been an increased appreciation for our teachers. Our teachers have been heroes in this pandemic, there's no question about it. So for teachers getting ready to come back to school, I think it's very similar. Try to be as optimistic as possible. Try to have trust in the school leadership that they're going to put in place the best procedures and practices that will provide the safest environment possible. There may be some variations from one building to another or from one setting to another. Example, I think in most cases, anyone riding the bus is going to be expected to have a mask on, where that may or may not be true in the hallway, the classroom, the gym, etc. It's a tough situation, but I think ultimately we're close to coming through the pandemic, and let's pull through it together.
I love the optimism, because we all need that. We all want to hear that we're almost through this altogether. So, a lot of us hope that COVID infections would have gone down by now, and I'm sure it's been hard on the students trying to focus on studying or even just preparing to head back to that academic environment. So do you have any tips for them to get into that mindset?
Well, I think it's to trust us as adults that we're going to do the best we can given the pandemic, and to take care of their own health and safety by practicing practices that provide balance, whether it's proper nutrition. I love athletics, so it's sport competition. Some of those normal activities can really help provide a balance during this pandemic as we kind of wade through the peaks and valleys of the pandemic.
You know what I like, Dr. Douglas, is the focus on not just the academics, because we know that school is more than just, sitting down and doing your homework. It's socialization, sports clubs, after school activities. So, Dr. Douglas, I really appreciate you coming in today. Good to see you in person.
Thank you. You're very kind. Take care and stay well.
You as well, my friend. Thank you. And for those at home, you can find more information on this topic by going to the school source page on WNEM.com. We'll be